It's Metal Church right here on your Classic Metal Show with the Gods of Wrath. Looking forward to the release of the new Metal Church with the return of Mike Howe on lead vocal.
Are you really looking forward to it?
I am.
I am. I mean, I'm excited to hear it. But are you as excited to hear it as you would be with a new one from our buddy?
Who? Ronnie Monroe?
Ronnie, yeah.
I like Ronnie Monroe. I mean, I'm a fan of Metal Church. I like that Metal Church guitar sound that Kurt Vanderhoof brings to the table.
Certainly.
You know, I wasn't real pleased with what was it? This Present Wasteland.
Yeah, that wasn't so good.
It wasn't so good.
And the other one wasn't very good either, Weight of the World.
That wasn't very good. Generation Nothing was good sonically.
Yeah.
But I didn't like I don't know, it just seemed disjointed.
I like that record.
I like the record, but it didn't, the Light in the Dark, that was like a complete record.
And I do this sometimes too. I think sometimes I don't give a record enough love when we don't get an interview. And we did not get an interview for Generation Nothing.
No, we did.
Did we?
Yeah.
With who?
With Ronnie.
Did we?
Yep.
I thought we did the last time with Ronnie was for his solo record.
No, we did Generation Nothing.
I did not remember that.
Mm-hmm. But it just seemed it was kind of like, for me personally, it's kind of like the Last Testament record, Dark Roots of the Earth.
Yeah, I love that.
I liked it. I liked the music. I liked the production and everything. But because it was short for the originals,
right?
It just didn't seem like a complete record.
Okay, that's fair.
You know, and that's how Generation Nothing was for me. It just didn't seem like a complete record. It just seemed like there was like a group of songs, but it wasn't cohesive or something. I can't quite put my finger on it.
Yeah. Do you think they were already having problems, or were already thinking past it?
Well, I know that they were in flux because they did go on a hiatus there for a while.
Right.
And then they decided that they were going to come back. And then they did that Generation Nothing. And then shortly after that, Ronnie made his exit.
I mean, Ronnie left almost immediately after that record.
Yeah. So there was obviously some issues there. I don't know what it was. I know that they were having problems keeping the entity Metal Church afloat because of management issues and touring and, you know, being able to make it profitable and whatnot.
Sure.
So I don't know if they felt that in order to make Metal Church profitable that they needed to raise their profile by inviting Mike Howe back to the fold.
Do you think that makes them profitable?
I don't know, because I guess you could use it as like a PR thing that, you know, popular, and obviously they can't say original.
Yeah.
You know, but popular Metal Church vocalist, you know, Mike Howe returns to the fold or something.
Yeah. Well, he was there. He was the singer during their MTV days.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. So they can't say original Metal Church vocalist, but they can say something to like popular or whatever.
Biggest success or something. Because Ton of Bricks was probably their biggest hit, wasn't it?
Well, Badlands.
Yeah, Badlands too. Who
was
sang that?
He sang on that.
Yeah, okay.
And then what was the other one that was popular? Ton of Bricks, Badlands, and the Fake Healer.
Yeah, Fake Healer.
You know.
Good one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah. That's him too? That's how?
That's him too.
As you're well aware, I was not a Metal Church guy until literally 5 years ago or 6 years ago or whatever. However long we've known Ronnie.
Right.
I was not. You're the one that got me to go to see Metal Church.
Sure. But Light in the Dark, for me, that was fantastic release.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the older Metal Church as well. I've liked Metal Church for a long time.
Sure.
But, with Mike Howe back in the fold, I'm really looking forward to seeing what these guys will do, if they will recapture some of the old magic,
right,
or if it'll just be a complete flop.
And what's your gut tell you?
Well, I've heard the snippets from the electronic press kit.
Yeah.
And it sounds pretty good.
Okay.
But I haven't heard the record yet, so I don't know.
Yeah, they're really holding that one tight too. I can't believe we don't have it already.
Well, I'm looking forward to it because I'm just a Metal Church fan.
Right.
Hail and kill, caller. You're on the air.
You don't get Doghouse Night, but you do get me. Yeah. Are you glad?
Well, Moogle, you know what? I have this weird hope for you that somehow you'll turn things around. I would never gamble on it, but I think that you're like a long shot. You're like a dark horse.
Well, as 2015 CMS Midwest Fur Fest correspondent, I have an idea.
Okay, give us your idea. I want to hear somebody who basically is a layabout be creative.
I figured out if you could spend 1 penny to make a fursuit. Exactly 1 penny.
Yeah.
What?
Okay, I'll give you a penny.
No, I got the penny. It's right in my hand.
Okay.
Hear it.
To do what?
Oh, I almost dropped it. I'll say, how would you like this shiny penny?
Are you drunk, Moogle?
Moogle, thanks so much for calling.
Probably should get off the phone before Jackal 1 calls in and yells at me again like last time.
Are you drinking tonight?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so why don't you make a point? So about this 1 penny, make a point with it. What are you trying to tell us?
Could you make a fursuit with just 1 penny?
All right, thank you so much for calling, Moogle. It has been one of the better calls you've ever had. But
Wait,
I think it's time for you to go.
All right, one more. I'm going to give you a second chance, Moogle, and if you don't redeem yourself on this shot here, you're done. So go ahead.
I'd just like to make a request for a song.
Thank you so much for calling.
Season of the Wolf, The Year of the Wolf by Motorhead. Hail and kill.
Thank you so much, Moogle, for taking 5 minutes of the remainder of the show away from the fans. I'm sure they're thrilled. Jesus. What is tonight? Dumbass hotline night?
If you could put John Rufo.
All right, here we go.
And Moogle.
Yeah.
And John Drake all in one room.
Jesus Christ. It would be an explosion of stupidity.
Well, the only reason I personally would do that,
yeah,
just so I could bang John's hot wife.
While he's talking about Star Wars.
Exactly.
These fuckers would be fucking hanging on his every word about the fucking third moon on Tatooine while you'd be fucking Stephanie in the ass.
Right.
Don't worry about what they're talking about, Stephanie. Suck this dick.
Right. All right. I got one.
He's gonna kill me for saying that, by the way.
Yeah, so what?
You know I'm gonna hear about it.
So what? Are you afraid of John?
No, certainly
Please.
not. More afraid of Stephanie than John.
Why would you be afraid of her?
Because I actually like her.
Well, I do too.
She won't say nothing. She won't.
Of course not. All right. Out in California,
right.
Santa Monica.
Okay.
Are you familiar with Santa Monica, California at all?
I have been there.
Okay. Santa Monica, if you've never been there, is predominantly a very white area.
It's also known as paradise.
Well, I don't know that it's paradise, but okay. Santa Monica is mostly a white area.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, apparently, the police department in Santa Monica were called by a neighbor.
Okay.
Reporting somebody breaking into an apartment.
Shit. What's wrong with that?
Well, nothing.
Okay.
Well, the apartment wasn't actually being broken into.
Okay.
The occupant of the apartment locked herself out of her apartment.
Okay.
And she called a locksmith to come to her apartment and get in there and change the lock.
Okay.
So the police were not aware of this, that it was a locksmith. They just went by the information that they were given that somebody is breaking into an apartment.
Okay.
So they show up at the apartment and, of course, treat it as if it's a breaking and entering.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. However,
yes,
the occupant of the apartment happens to be of African American descent.
What? In Santa Monica?
Yes.
They let her in?
No. The problem is that the occupant is
into Santa Monica, not into the apartment.
Well, the thing is that they went and checked on the complaint or the report.
Okay.
And the person who occupies the apartment, who also called the locksmith,
yes,
is shocked
and outraged
and offended,
of course,
and appalled,
of course,
that the police showed up with their guns drawn just in case.
People have gotten stupid.
Exactly. So I happen to have audio.
Oh, good.
Of the exchange that took place between the police,
okay,
and the occupant of the apartment, and how the police tried to very calmly, professionally, rationally tell this gal, why they approached the apartment with their guns drawn and what the report that they received was told and why they had to be cautious.
Okay, great.
And she felt that it was overkill on their part.
Okay.
So let's take a listen to this audio. So you get the scenario, right?
I've got the scenario.
So the occupant is a quote unquote black gal.
Yeah.
And
or as you would say, AIDS carrier.
And the officers, both male and female, are Caucasian.
Guilty right there.
Well, that's kind of where I'm going.
Black lives do matter.
Exactly. And they approached the apartment with caution.
I'm not going to read it, but look what Jackal
Right.
Holy shit.
Right. Well, that's kind of where this is going, actually.
Okay.
That's kind of where this is going.
All right.
So let's check out the entire exchange, and we won't get through the entire exchange.
Okay.
But these police officers, as calmly and coolly and as professional as can be,
I think you're giving your own personal opinion here.
Try to explain the information they were given and why they took the action that they took.
I'm just going to say before you even play this that I don't appreciate you trying to lean me to the right here.
Okay.
I would like to make my own determination.
All right. I will say no more.
All right.
Here we go.
Thought it was a burglary. It was okay. I appreciate that there was a locksmith. I was locked out of my apartment. The receipt is right there. My friends were with me because I played soccer tonight, and I was here by myself and I needed help from my friends.
Gotcha.
Like,
who's in the apartment right now?
for the third time, no one is in my apartment.
Okay.
Why would I lie to you
Friends just
guys?
leave?
Yes, my friend has been, yes.
You don't have any pets or anything, do you?
No, I literally live by myself. What is going on? And honestly, why are there 10 cops that here?
Okay,
And,
I understand. As he was explaining to you, we got a call that someone was using tools to break into the apartment.
A locksmith. I can show you the receipt.
I know, but we didn't know that. So we just need to double check.
Okay, that's
And
fine.
then- but-
Come here. Go ahead, I'm sorry. I just want to ask something.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Why are two people pointing guns at me when I come out of my apartment?
Again, because we didn't.
No, not like, hey, we want to talk to you. Two people pointed guns at me when I was...
All right. So you can hear the disdain in her voice immediately.
I understand why she might be rattled. I get it. You know, come out to a gun fucking pointing at you. I get that.
Sure. But they don't know who's in that apartment.
Just because she says that doesn't make... You know, these cops, especially in today's world, they cannot come in with guns fucking in their pockets.
Right.
They can't. You can't.
Well, that's kind of where this is all going, is that they tell her, we don't know who's in that apartment.
Mm-hmm.
We're being cautious. We're erring on the side of caution.
Yeah.
And we don't know who's there. We don't know who you are. We don't know what the deal is.
Right.
We're just approaching this apartment with caution, with our guns drawn, because we don't know who's in there.
Yeah.
We don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go.
All right.
I was here by myself and I needed help from my friends.
Gotcha.
Like,
Who's in the apartment right now?
for the third time, no one is in my apartment.
Okay.
Why would I lie to you
Friends just
guys?
leave?
Yes, my friend has been, yes.
You don't have any pets or anything, do you?
No, I literally live by myself. What is going on? And honestly, why are there 10 cops that here?
Okay, I understand. As he was explaining to you, we got a call that someone was using tools to break into the apartment.
A locksmith. I can show you the receipt.
I know, but we didn't know that. So we just need to double check.
Okay, that's
And
fine.
then- but-
Come here. Go ahead, I'm sorry. I just want to ask something.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Why are two people pointing guns at me when I come out of my apartment?
Again, because we didn't.
No, not like, hey, we want to talk to you. Two people pointed guns at me when I was walking out of my apartment. And by the way, I looked out the window because I was like, what is going on? That is not okay. I didn't do anything, and it's not cool to have two officers point guns at me.
Okay,
Like,
ma'am.
I feel completely disrespected.
Okay.
Right
Okay.
And there we go. I feel completely disrespected.
Well, next time they'll let you get fucking killed. What are the cops supposed to do in a situation? What would she rather they do? Nothing?
Right.
Come in and just knock on the door and hopefully not get killed? Yeah, I don't understand what it is she fucking wants.
Well, apparently she heard, some commotion outside.
Mm-hmm.
So she walks outside and there's two policemen, approaching her apartment door with guns drawn.
Okay.
And she's all freaked out and indignant that there's two cops standing outside with their guns drawn because they were called there by a neighbor who said somebody was breaking into this apartment.
Right.
They don't know that she's the occupant.
Right.
They just know that somebody is in there.
Let me give you a similar story. It's not exact because the guns were not drawn. But I guess it was a year, maybe it's 2 years ago, I guess it was at this point. I had a car and my daughter was driving it. And she broke down. You know where the Giant Eagle is from my house? What's that, about 2 miles?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
About 2 miles from my house. And she broke it down and she parked it in the Giant Eagle parking lot. And she just kind of left it there. She just was acting like a fucking 20-year-old and just moved on and never fucking went and got the car.
Right.
Never went and did anything about it. Just broke down and left it there. Well, the plate and everything was registered to me. Okay? So after a couple of weeks,
Couple of weeks? I'm surprised they let that sit there for weeks.
It sat for a couple of weeks.
Wow.
And after a couple of weeks, two cops showed up at my door. Okay, and they knocked on the door. And I opened the door. Now, they did not have guns drawn, but they did have fucking, like, the safeties off of their guns. You know, the
holster. They had the little leather strap off the holster.
Right. And the two of them came up hands on guns.
Sure.
So should I be offended?
No, they were just being cautious.
Yeah, well, because they don't know what they're fucking opening up into. Now, they knew that they were trying to alert me about a car, but they don't know what they're walking into.
True.
And I wasn't offended that they were fucking ready to fucking pull guns on me.
That's because you're white.
Is that what it was? Because I wasn't offended because I was white?
Correct. And for uncontrolled noise in the chat room, a Giant Eagle is a grocery store.
Yeah, it's a big grocery store.
Okay. So here she is, all indignant that these police approached her apartment with their guns drawn.
And she didn't start out that way. She started out fairly reasonable, but went straight to nig rage.
Well, here we go.
All right.
We have no idea coming here. This is the information that we have. They're saying someone broke into a house. Okay?
And why wouldn't you guys ask me? Why wouldn't you be like, hey,
Ma'am,
what's going on?
Okay, look, let me explain to you. We've had situations where we've gone to places and people say, oh, yeah, this is my house, and in fact, it's not.
You could have asked me for ID. I just walked out my door and there are two guns pointing at me. Seriously?
Okay.
Seriously?
And we will get to that point.
Yeah,
We'll
we should.
definitely get to the bottom of it.
We should.
Let us just...
By the way, it doesn't matter that I said I didn't want anybody going in my apartment and a bunch of people went in my apartment. Is that cool too?
Well, again...
No, I just want to know, is that acceptable? Because I said...
It's actually...
So even though I said I don't want anybody going in my apartment, and people went in my apartment, like, that's fine.
Because we have reason to go inside.
What was the reason? Wait, no, what was the reason? I'm not being a jerk. I really want to know what was the reason. Because you guys didn't ask me. I said at least 5 times, what is going on here? No one said anything. I got told to put my hands above my head. I got told to put my hands behind my back. And, like, 100% trying to be real, I feel like if I was a white person, 10 cops and 2 guns? Are you kidding me? Like, what?
Well, the 10 cops thing, that's because it's Santa Monica. We've got the resources to be able to...
All right. Me as a white guy...
Yeah.
Not far from your house.
Mm-hmm.
Back in 2002.
Right.
I was driving a tractor trailer.
Okay.
And I was turning on, what is that road? Can't remember the name of the road off the top of my head, but
where?
Not far from your house, actually.
Okay.
Where I used to park my truck.
Okay.
I was trying to turn left, and there was a stoplight at the intersection.
Okay.
And there were a lot of traffic from the factories down the street there in Macedonia.
All right, I know where you're talking about.
That had everybody was off work by 4:30 or 5 o'clock or whatever.
Sure.
And I'm trying to turn left, and people keep coming through the intersection.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was a Macedonia policeman behind me.
Sure.
And I sat through 4 lights.
Right, trying to
turn left, and I just couldn't turn left.
Okay.
So there was a short break in traffic. The light just turned yellow, so I went for it.
Right.
And turned left on a yellow light.
Okay.
Well, this Macedonian police was behind me.
Uh-huh.
And as soon as I turned the corner, he turned the corner behind me and flipped his lights on. Okay?
Right.
The drive...
You shot him.
No.
No?
The driveway to where I parked my truck was literally, as soon as I turned the corner, it was no more than, I'm going to say, 10 yards, 15 yards down the road from the corner.
Okay.
So I saw him behind me. I was on this little 2-lane road.
Right.
And I turned into the driveway where I parked my truck because it was a 2-lane road and I didn't want to just stop in the middle of the road.
Right. That's a big no-no for cops.
Right.
Right.
So I turned into the driveway where I parked the truck to get off the road.
Right.
This guy immediately called in a fleeing vehicle.
Oh, yeah.
And within less than 2 minutes, my truck was surrounded by 6 police cars.
Yeah, I don't doubt that.
6 police cars. Mm-hmm. Now, I didn't jump out of my truck and start screaming racism.
Why not? You should have.
But I thought it was, I thought, holy shit, there's 6 police cars surrounding my truck.
You should have jumped out and yelled, "You're only picking on me because I'm black."
Right.
Probably.
Well,
I identify with the black people.
Right. Well, the reason that they all showed up was because the cop called in fleeing vehicle.
Right, sure.
And I wasn't fleeing. I was just trying to get off the road.
Right.
But they all showed up.
Yeah, meanwhile, you fleed yourself into a fucking dead end.
Yeah. So here, this person, whomever it was at this, I'm assuming it's apartment complex, called in a suspicious person breaking into an apartment. So all the local patrol people showed up.
Right. I understand her being pissed. I do understand that. I would be pissed too. And be honest, you'd be pissed. You'd be like, what the fuck is this? I just fucking got into my apartment. But her to throw the racism thing, then it's a whole nother thing.
Right.
Because it went from, yeah, you're pissed off because this didn't go fucking the way you wanted it to this is a conscious effort to fuck with me.
Right.
And once it gets to that point, that's when I, as a cop, am like, you know what? You have nothing to say. You're fucking potentially useless now. Right. You're just a useless fucking bag of shit. And that's what she's becoming.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to always say in the old days, but in the old days, we respected cops a little bit more.
Right.
And by respecting the cops, there was a certain amount of, I don't know what you would call it, there was a certain amount of shit that you would take, and I'm not saying these cops are right. It does sound like there's a little bit of overkill going here if there truly were 10 cops. That does sound like a little bit of overkill. I'll give this girl that. But in the old days, we would have been like, what the fuck? I'm not doing anything here. And they would have come in, done a 2-second search and been gone.
And that's what they were doing.
But her running her fucking mouth, she turned it into something that it wasn't.
Right. Now she's going to make an issue of this.
Yeah. And meanwhile, they could have been gone in like fucking 2 minutes.
Right. So you're going to find this out. So check this out.
Hold on. Before you play it, because I have not heard this. In the old days, too, what would have happened? They'd have done a 2-minute search. How would they have left? Would they have just left? Or would they have apologized up and down for inconveniencing her?
Well, they actually do that here.
Okay.
They actually apologize up and down and say, hey, we don't know who you are. We don't know what the situation is. We're only acting on the information we received over the radio.
Yeah.
We don't know if you live here or not. We don't know if you're the occupant. Mm-hmm. We know nothing.
Yeah, she has the right to be pissed, but she should shut her fucking mouth, and then when it's fucking done, call the fucking supervisor.
Right. And the 2 police that are dealing with her, they are the supervisors.
Well, they're very polite. They seem to be.
Well, so far, and they continue being polite. So check this out.
2 guns pointed at me and a dog. And no one knocked on my door. No one said, hey, we'd like to talk to you. You guys just pointed, not you, clearly not you, but you just pointed guns at me, like no explanation. I asked what's going on so many times. No one tells me what's going on. And then it's just like not okay. So not okay.
Because part of the reason is we've got to make sure that we're safe also. Okay? Okay, Can you listen to me versus turning away and turning your eyes up?
I'm looking at you. I did not turn my way and turn my eyes up. I've been standing in the same position like this.
You didn't turn your eyes away?
I did not turn my...
Okay.
Maybe you can't see because of the light, but no, I didn't turn my eyes away from you.
Do you want to go back upstairs and we can talk inside?
Sure.
I think they're still clearing. Yeah, I'll come.
Yes, I have my ID. 14. Wait. Oh, yeah. I just want to...
Yeah, no.
Sorry, wait, what?
I'll go that way if you want.
Here, why don't you just come over here with us real quick? I'll try to speak.
That's fine, and I really do want to know, though, if I were a white person, would there be 15 cops here?
Yes.
No. What are you doing?
What am I doing? We're searching inside of your
What
apartment.
were you searching the apartment for?
We got a call from your neighbor that somebody broke into your apartment. So we've been searching for the person that broke in.
Right, because when I said that no one broke in and I had a locksmith that came by,
Okay.
it was completely like I had to be like,
Well, and that's why, with
16 cops here. No, I'm going to show you. No, I'm going to show you. Here's my ID. And 16 cops. Here you go.
Okay.
And hold on, I'm going to find the receipt for you. I'm going to find
I think it's right here, right?
Yeah. Here you go.
Perfect.
Okay. Locksmith.
Okay.
15 cops. 2 of you pointed guns at me. Like, not okay. Like, so not cool.
Okay, ma'am, but coming into here, we have no idea who you are. The only information we have is what we got from one of your neighbors, okay? If you're asking me, would these many cops be here if you were white, I can tell you right now, yes.
Right, and 2 people would have pointed guns at me without saying it. And I said, wait, how many times did I say, what's going on, what's the story, and no one, you didn't give me any information.
Ma'am, let me ask you a question. Do you think that people lie to us?
I don't know.
They do. Okay? Understand, I've been doing this job for 28 years. Okay?
Sure.
Well, I've had situations where we've gone places, oh no, everything's fine, and things aren't fine inside. Okay? Until we know that everything inside is fine, we have to handle things a certain way. Understand? Here's the main thing. No one has gotten hurt. We haven't torn up your house. Our main thing is making sure that everyone in here is safe and that nobody is breaking into your home. That's the reason why we're here.
Here's a question then. When I walked, because I walked over to the window. If I'm somebody who's doing something shady, why would I walk over to a window and say, hey, what's going on? And then I had somebody yell at me, come outside. Actually, you might have pointed a gun at me when I was in the window and said, come outside. And I came to the door and I have 2 guns pointed at me and a dog barking. And I'm saying, what's going on? No one says whatever. I just have guns drawn at me. Are you kidding me?
As I said, the information that we had
By the way, what did the neighbor say?
said that somebody with tools broke into here and several people came into here. That was the information that we had.
Yeah, a locksmith who
Okay.
left a locksmith box
Okay.
right there.
So there she is. She's blaming these guys for acting on the information that they have.
Maybe I'm a retard here. Go ahead and tell me that I am if I am. But why would you be pissed that there was too much response to protect your home? She's mad that there was too much response?
More or less, that's what she's saying.
There's too many people coming.
They were supposed to be really polite, and they were supposed to just gently tap on the door and say, hey, could you come out here and talk to us for a minute?
Yeah. She's mad that there's 15 cops or whatever she kept saying.
Yes.
Somebody's breaking into my house. I hope every goddamn cop in the city comes.
Right.
That's my hope.
Well, see, the thing is that she's got this predetermined thought process. The only reason that many cops showed up and the only reason they have a dog and the only reason they have their guns drawn is because she's black.
How about this? If that is your belief, if that truly is your belief, ma'am, and I don't know this lady. She lives in, where's this in?
This is Santa Monica, California.
This is Santa Monica. That's not a cheap neighborhood, so I'm going to imagine that she's fairly affluent. Is that safe to say?
I would say.
That she obviously makes some coin to live in Santa Monica. So that being said, one, the police response is fucking valid.
Right.
That's the first thing. The second thing, if you truly feel like you're being persecuted because of the fucking color of your skin, then don't be mad at the cops. Be mad at those that set that example for the cops.
Right.
Because that's why they're acting that way. If you think that they're acting different than they do otherwise, they're acting if they are, which I'm not saying they are. I mean, it's not surprising anymore that cops come in packs because they got to protect them fucking selves. So if she really feels that if it was a white guy that 2 cops would have came, but because she's black that there's 15 fucking people, then she better look at her own goddamn community and try and figure out why the cops are fucking 15 or 8.5 times more scared of a fucking black face than a white face.
Right.
Because it's not random. They don't just randomly say, well, you're black, so we got to come at you with 8 times as much fucking force.
Right. Well,
say there's a dispatcher back at the Santa Monica Police Department that determines how many cops go where.
Well, see, here's the thing. There is more to the story, and he explains to her that the dispatch did not, and the person who called in the problem or the potential problem did not describe the quote-unquote suspect.
Oh, so there's no description at all?
There's no description at all.
Okay.
So here we go.
Again,
understand.
Now, I just find it really
Let me ask you a question. If there had been somebody, let's say that you weren't here and there's somebody else who had broken here with tools who you didn't know, would you have wanted us to come here and get that person?
Yeah, do I think that you needed to pull 2 guns on me, though? No, I don't. I don't, like, if you're, is that really procedure? Is that, like,
ma'am, ma'am, understand something.
Is that procedure?
No, the officers that came here did not know who you were, okay?
You guys didn't ask me who I was. You didn't ask me who I was. You could have said,
it matter.
The president.
It doesn't fucking matter. They're not going to ask a criminal who they are and expect them to fucking be honest.
That's what he keeps saying. It's just like we ask people in situations and they tell us, oh, yeah, this is my place. This is my apartment. No problem.
You come protected and then you mellow out once you evaluate and assess the situation.
And that's what he's trying to explain to her.
Yeah, she's just dumb.
No, she's trying to create a problem that isn't there.
Mm-hmm. She's trying to start shit.
What's going on? Literally, I went out the window because I heard something, and then I get a gun pulled on me and say, come outside, and I come here, 2 guns pulled on me, and I'm like, what is going on?
Okay, but you're not listening to me, okay? I've said before, coming here, the officers' only information they have is what we have from your neighbors. I don't know who you are. People lie to us all the time. Okay? You think that a burglar is going to say, oh, yeah, I'm burglarizing this place. No. They may lie and say, oh, no, this is actually my house. The main thing is this, okay? Our goal is to come, make sure that everything is safe. That was our goal. I understand how you feel. I'm sorry that you feel that way. But as you even admitted, that if there actually had been a burglar here, you would want us to do the same thing.
No, that's actually not what I said.
Okay.
I said I would. You asked me if there was a burglar here, I want you to come get them.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
That's fine.
Let me ask you, okay, under those same circumstances, if a burglar was here and they said, oh, no, this is my apartment, would you expect us just to walk away? Or would you expect us to confirm that that person was not a burglar or was a burglar?
I do expect you to confirm that. I have a hard time believing that the way you confirm that is I'm asking what's going on. You could have easily said, come out, bring some ID. There was no bring some ID. There was no what's going on. There were 2 guns pulled on me and a dog. And then, wait. And then I get downstairs and I still ask, what is going on?
Okay.
Like, because my ID is literally right here. Like, I could have brought the locksmith, right? I don't get a chance to explain anything. I just have my hands above my head while guns are pointing at me. I get my hands pointed behind my back. I get pulled outside.
Can I say something? With all fairness, you did have your chance to explain yourself. I took you out of the, this area right here, which is whatever's happening, this is where it's happening. I took you back there and I spoke to you. You told me that you're the resident. I said, okay, let us just confirm that and we'll be fine.
You pulled me back there. I said, you didn't take me. I didn't get to voluntarily go. You pulled me back there.
No shit! Holy fucking Christ! She didn't get to voluntarily go. Yeah, because she was a suspect until she was fucking cleared.
Exactly.
God damn it. Of course you didn't get to fucking make your own decisions, bitch. They were fucking trying to fucking ascertain what you were.
Right.
Once they did, they fucking put their guns away. You stupid cunt. Jesus Christ. Are they still holding a gun to her while they're talking to her right here?
No.
Why?
Because they figured out that she's not a suspect in any crime.
Yeah, so they put their goddamn guns away. What a dummy.
Yeah, well, this is just somebody trying to make something out of nothing.
I would never be a cop today.
I was going to say the exact same thing.
Because if I was a cop today, I'd be shooting this bitch. In my world, I would be a bad cop. Because when she goes on and on and on and on and on like this, I would fucking say, resisting, pow, and shoot her in the fucking head. And she'd be dead for resisting arrest.
Right.
Fucking stupid cow. Shut up.
Well, again, she's going by the premise that the only reason you're going through these steps is because I'm black.
Yeah, well, fuck you. How about that? The only reason they're going through the next time they'll let the fucking burglar rob your goddamn house, you bitch.
Right.
Fucking whore.
Supposed to do what?
Look, ma'am, look, if an actual crime, an actual burglary is going on here, which it isn't, thank God that's not the case. But if that's what's actually going on, right here at the doorway is not where we want to have that discussion, okay? We need to get you out of harm's way, whoever you are, make sure that you're secure, make sure this area is secure, and then we go from there, all right?
In addition, the information that we had is there were several people.
Yeah, it was.
I want to go back to her goddamn point 2 minutes ago. She said that no one said to her, come to the door with ID.
Right.
So let's say the cops did that. They kept their guns in their holster and they said, come to the door with some ID. So this chick comes out and then she reaches in her back pocket. What are they supposed to do then? Just wait and hope that she's not reaching for a gun?
Well, again, they're erring on the side of caution, and she's playing it out that, well, I'm guilty before I'm proven innocent.
In theory, and I'm not saying that it's perfect, I'm just saying that in theory, an officer of the law with their gun drawn is less likely to shoot you when you're not doing something wrong.
That's correct.
So it's not as much of a threat as just a random guy holding a gun to you. It's not like she was being held at gunpoint by some random fucking dude. They're in uniform, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah. They're patrolmen showing up due to a call from dispatch.
Yeah. And I understand that she's upset. She should be upset. She should be shaken up that the fucking cops showed up at gunpoint. And at the same time, she needs to shut the fuck up. Just shut up.
But see, she's making this about her rather than the potential problem it could have been.
All right. The cops show up at your house tonight. Right now. They just knock on your door and say, hey, we got a report that somebody's robbing your house. They got their guns drawn. What are you going to do? You going to fight with them? You're going to let them in?
Well, I had it happen about a year ago.
Okay.
The police here locally were chasing a guy who was trying to flee.
Right.
He came down my street, turned through my yard, and cut through the yard into the back of the neighbor's house, and he clipped my porch.
Okay.
The police, the police came to my door and rang my bell.
Right.
To inform me that they were apprehending a fleeing suspect and that he potentially caused damage to my house.
Okay.
So I didn't go, why are you here? How come there's all these police out here? How come you're doing this?
Well, that's your white privilege showing.
Well, that's pretty much what it was.
Instead, you just said what? Hey, do whatever you got to fucking do.
More or less.
That's what I'm sure that's what you said.
More or less.
And if they just said, hey, we got to come in and check your house.
They did.
And what did you say? No?
And no, I said, come on in.
Say, here, door's open.
Yep.
Hands on my head if that's what you want. Right?
That's what I did.
Yeah, if they'd have told you hands on your head, what would you have done?
I would have done it.
Yeah. All right.
Me, a locksmith, and my friend.
Okay. So we
Those
have.
were the several people.
Okay, give me 1 second, ma'am. So if you're standing here, we know that there are several other people. We have no idea if those people are sitting here waiting to ambush us or not. We
You
don't.
guys asked me like 3 times. See, I guess your point. Do people lie to police? Sure. But do you actually think that I would have like walked out? Like I would have looked at my fine, whatever. You can't tell people, whatever. I just think it's crazy because I just think that I walked out to look to see what was going on. I came out. You guys asked me like 3 or 4 times, "Who's in your apartment?" I said no. Somebody asked me again. I said there's nobody in there, and you asked me again. I was like what?
Okay.
No.
And as I said, ma'am, I've had people lie to me about
Sure.
if there are other people in the apartment or not. I mean, like I said, I understand where you're coming from,
Do
but
you?
also.
I don't think you do.
Okay.
Like no offense, but I don't think
Okay.
you do. Like I've never had a good like.
Okay. Well,
I don't even know. Like,
That's-
well, have I seen it? I don't even know.
Okay.
I don't even
Well,
know.
hence the reason why I'm trying to explain the situation to you.
And you're telling me.
I'm not trying to be dismissive. Hence the reason why I didn't just walk away. That's why I'm having this discussion with you, explaining to you our perspective on this.
15 police officers.
Shit,
If we're
just
told,
walk away.
okay, well, if we're told,
Can I ask
okay,
this?
well, 1 second.
Sorry.
If we are told that there are several people here, do you want me just to send 3 or 2 or 1 police officer? We're going to try to do things as safely as we can, not only for ourselves, but for also the people that are surrounded here also.
Can I ask you an honest question?
Sure you can.
So did your neighbors say that there are several people, or does your neighbor say there's a black person and other people?
No, several people.
That's all. No description, just
There's
several
no
people.
description
No.
of anyone black.
Men and women, that's it. We never got a race.
I heard the radio traffic. It was 2 men and 2 males.
That's it.
And one
So the neighbor's
Ma'am,
also crazy
ma'am,
because there's not
okay.
females.
Well, ma'am, put it this way. I'm going to give you my card.
I
Feel-
would love your card. I
feel-
would actually love no
feel-
offense. I don't want to be jackass, but I would love to have everyone's card.
I don't know if everybody has cards, but I have a card. And the point is this: if you want to follow up with me next week to confirm whether or not there was race involved in this, whatever, I can guarantee you it wasn't. Okay?
Do you have a card? Thank you.
I mean, that's the thing. We never were told races. We were told they were men and women. That was it.
Thank you.
And even if, no matter what the race, make sure, even if they were told us what the race was, it doesn't change the fact that we're being told several people are breaking into an apartment.
I just really figured that I just had.
It doesn't matter what you fucking cunt. It does not matter what you just think. Doesn't matter. This guy, I'm going to yell at the cop now. Just fucking walk away from this twat. Just walk away from her. Do not engage her. Just say, you're too dumb to fucking understand what's going on. So
Right.
fuck you.
Well, again, he was trying to be as civilized as possible. And again, here boils down to, because he understands the gravity of this whole racial relationship thing,
Right.
he's going above and beyond what he really needs to do
Yeah.
in order to make her understand his position.
I've been arrested at least a half a dozen times in my life. And in all those times, I've never had a cop fucking spend that much time trying to talk me into what was going on.
Exactly. But see, he understands that she's a problem.
Yeah.
So he's going to take all the time in the world that's required to try and fix, to come to some kind of an agreement or understanding.
Yeah.
And she will have nothing to do with it.
Well, she doesn't want to. Because that fucking plays against her goddamn agenda.
More or less. But see, he's trying the best he can. And this is all recorded, obviously.
Right. And he knows that.
And he knows that. And he's trying everything he can do to try to get her to understand, and she'll have nothing to do with it. This is all racial as far as she's concerned. No matter what he says, this was a racial profiling thing, and that's it. And no matter what he says, it's not going to convince her any differently.
In her defense, and not that I want to defend her very much here, but she's not really being belligerent either.
No, she's not being belligerent, but
And that's why he's willing to engage her instead of just saying, fuck this.
Right.
Because she is being somewhat, her point stinks, but she's being rational in dealing with these cops.
Yeah, but no matter what he says, she's not having any part of it.
Well, no, it plays against her fucking agenda in this confrontation.
So he's willing to give her his business card, telling her to contact him, follow up, whatever it takes to make her comfortable about it, and she's still not having anything to do with it.
Right. Yeah.
No offense. That is very weird. That doesn't happen a lot.
What?
But again, I mean, just put it in kind of in perspective and just understand that, you're safe, no one's harmed, and we're just working on the information that we have at the time. And in hindsight, a lot of what we do it seems bizarre. They wouldn't make television shows out of our job if it wasn't, right? But the end result is that you're safe.
Do you think I feel safe? Honestly, do you think I feel safe right now? Do you think I felt safe when
I don't
think you understand how I felt when I walked down the stairs. And
Shut up!
With a gun.
It doesn't matter how you felt. It doesn't matter how you felt. It matters how you are. Their job is not to make you feel safe. Their job is to make sure you are safe. There's a difference.
Right.
There's a big difference. Their job is not to fucking pat you on the head and say, "Oh, I hope you're comfortable."
Well, this goes back to that whole Missouri University thing that's been uprising for the last couple of weeks. We want these safe zones.
Yeah, good. So do. Believe me, so does white America. White America would love to give you safe zones. Just don't bitch when we have our own safe zones and you ain't included.
Right.
Because that's where it will end up. It's not going to be that there's black safe zones and no white safe zones. It's going to be, fuck you, stay in your own fucking place. That's what you want, I'm sure. In reality, let's stop talking political fucking pundit points here and talk reality. Do you think that 70% of the country as a whole would support zones for fucking that are banning other races other than their own?
Well, you're basically talking segregation again.
Yeah.
So we're no further ahead here in 2015 than we were in 1950.
I agree. But you don't think that if you proposed that and it wasn't and you got past the fucking ridiculous scrutiny of the government and you just put it to the people, that the people would not overwhelmingly pass that?
Well, we heard it. We've played that audio. I actually heard it on a replay the other day.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the name of that podcast we were playing about that guy. They were talking about running all the Asians out of the neighborhood and all the Muslims out of the neighborhood.
Okay.
Remember that one?
Yeah.
Same thing. They were advocating, segregating themselves away from everybody else.
Yeah. If people really want that, I'm sure there wouldn't be that much resistance.
None at all.
The only people that would resist it are the fucking true tree hugger people.
True. Or these the government who feels that everybody has to be integrated.
Well, the government feels that because they can fucking generate more votes if they fucking advocate to everybody.
Exactly.
Instead of actually picking sides.
Sure.
But as far as the people, I would think that it's going to be 70-30 that would be pro. Okay, create zones. Just create them equal. People wouldn't care. There's already zone. Let's be real. Other than your job, everything is fucking segregated.
Well, I mean, this is what we're dealing with in this particular case. This gal lives in a predominantly white neighborhood.
Sure.
And she believes, at least she purports herself to believe in this audio recording, that the only reason why the police showed up is because she's black.
You're in Chicago. Have you been to a Cubs game or a White Sox game, whatever?
Yeah, both.
Okay. When you did you went with friends or somebody?
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Did you do anything? Did you go straight to the game, or did you stop at like a bar or something to get a drink or
Pretty much straight,
sandwich or something beforehand?
Pretty much straight to the game.
Okay, how about after? Did you go straight home, or
Yeah,
did you go
pretty
to the
much
bar?
straight home. Yes.
You're not a good example. How about when you were in Pittsburgh? When you went to the Pirates game?
Mm-hmm.
You and Taylor go to a restaurant or
Yes,
something?
we did. We went to Permane Brothers.
Yeah, ahead of the game, right?
Yes.
Was that place segregated?
No.
Yes, it was. Stop. I'm not saying legally segregated.
Oh, was there predominantly white people there?
Was it 95% white?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely it was.
Yes, it was.
Because people segregate themselves automatically.
True.
In almost every circumstance. People will congregate on certain events that are open to everybody. A wrestling match, a baseball game, a football game, a basketball game. But when it comes to who you hang out with, people automatically segregate themselves.
They do.
They automatically do. And that's not with any leaning or anything. That's not with anybody saying, hey, what are you doing hanging with that black guy? It's just, hey, where you want to go? Well, I'm going to go here. And what is there? Almost every single time, a segregated crowd.
Yeah, it's people that you assimilate to or with.
I'm just going to say it the way it is. It's human nature.
It is. It's human nature.
It is. So this whole concept of people wanting zones or whatever, fine. You know what? There's zones for everything you fucking do. You know, I've gone to several of those the Browns pre-games that Billy Morris plays a lot.
Right.
I don't see a lot of black faces there. Now, football, you know as well as I do, that is a football game. You've been to a Bears game?
Yes.
Okay, when you went to the Bears game, that's a pretty integrated crowd, right?
Yeah, I would say it's probably 60-40.
Okay, so, but I mean, it's close.
Yeah.
It's close enough as far as the racial integration. And yet, if you go to the bars either before or after the game, the clubs around it, widely segregated.
Absolutely.
Nobody's making that happen.
Nope.
People are making their choices where they want to be and who they want to be around. So why, you know, this whole thing about safe zones or whatever, just fucking go where you want to be. There's not going to be that many white faces trying to infiltrate the black crowd. There's not going to be that many black faces trying to infiltrate the white crowd.
True.
The only ones that are ever going to do it are the rabble-rousers. Oh, right?
I would agree.
And I'm not trying to be a fucking douchebag about it. I'm just saying that's how it always
That's
plays.
just how it plays out.
Yeah. Without anybody saying a word, that's how it plays out.
Exactly.
So there already are safe zones. Just fucking hang out with your peeps.
Right.
And it'll segregate itself. Idiots.
Now let's play just a little bit more of this and we'll call it an evening.
Okay.
Do you?
Okay, well, no, I can understand how you feel, but also it doesn't seem like you understand why we do things the way we do things, which is what my sergeant was trying to explain to you. Okay, you perfectly understand your feelings.
Do you have a card as well?
Yeah. Did you not have a key or you lost your key?
My key was locked in here. I had a locksmith.
Okay. Oh, you had a locksmith come?
Yes!
Okay.
That was the locksmith with the tools that were sitting right there.
So, your neighbor sees a guy with the locksmith with his tools, working on your handle.
He sees me standing right there in the hallway.
He doesn't recognize you. So he thinks someone's...
You should recognize me. There are literally like 2 black people in this building.
He doesn't recognize you. He thinks people are breaking in. So he calls the police. So we show up. We're downstairs. You open the door. You look.
Because I hear something in the stairs, and I hear you guys talking.
Right.
And I hear something about an alley.
Okay.
And I walk up, and then I open my...
Stop. Did the other neighbors come out?
Well, apparently the neighbor who called
Came out?
did not recognize her.
No, that's not what I'm asking, though. This is an apartment, which means that there's several doors,
Correct.
but she's the only one that heard noise.
Apparently.
So these cops only made noise in front of her door,
Right.
not in the hallway as they all came up. 15 of them.
Well, yeah, 2 of them actually approached the apartment. The other 14 or 13 were hanging out around the outside perimeter.
But she heard noises that nobody else did to even...
Apparently, she was the only one who heard the noises and decided to come out to investigate.
She is very self-absorbed.
Pretty much.
Wow.
Door, and then there's a dog halfway up the stairs?
Okay. So
What?
you open the door, and I say, police, and you close the door.
You didn't say police.
I said police.
Well, then I didn't hear you say police.
Probably because the dog was barking.
Yeah.
So what do we...
And then, wait. But then I walked over to the window. Like, I wasn't engaging in any weird, shady behavior because I was like, what is going on? I think you pointed at me in the window, and then somebody else come
We think
out.
there's possible a burglar or burglars in the apartment at that point. Okay. Try to put yourself in our position. I realize you're angry because you live here, but try to put yourself
I'm
in our
angry because I got guns pointed at me. No, sorry, please come back. I'd like your card too. Sorry, can I have your card, please? You. Hi. Can I have your card, please? Excuse me.
Yeah, we'll get it.
No, can I have your card, please? And your card too.
Okay, before we leave.
So again, once again, with you got the guns drawn and you got a dog halfway up the stairs, and
Yeah.
as if this is unusual behavior.
If bullets were flying, she'd have something to bitch about.
Right.
But she has nothing to bitch about. They came in and sided on the side of caution and secured her home.
That's it.
She should be happy.
Well, again, she's convinced in her mind that the only reason they're acting this way is because she's black.
Yeah. Okay.
You'll have all the cards.
In that way.
All right, I promise. He's just telling me what one of the neighbors said.
I'm good with that. Okay.
Yes, I did.
Sorry.
So we're trying to help you here. He's willing to say
All right, I'm gonna break the ice.
So
It's already done. I already gave you guys a receipt of the locks there. I already gave you guys all that.
hold on.
Sorry, can you wait? Like, I know someone to get up these cards, but I don't have it. Sorry, I just have a card. No, you guys just said that I'm gonna get everybody's cards. I'm gonna bring it to you guys, so I definitely don't find myself out again this time. But I would like to get everybody's cards. I would like to get the cards that 16 people have showed up to. Actually, let me leave my door open just to make sure.
I can't guarantee you everybody has cards or not.
Well, one of you just said that I would get everybody's cards.
We'll be able to get everyone's information for you, but I can't guarantee you that everyone has a card.
Can I like walk by you? I don't want you to fill
Sure.
it in. I'm sorry, can I get your card?
That may be that. Why would the ex be counting? But okay, if it's a lot.
Her friend. It was her and her friend.
Okay. That sounds fair. Okay. Because there was a
Here you go. That's me.
Thank you. So the other guys just disappeared and didn't give me their cards. That was awesome.
There is a call for service. Everyone that's here will be that information. If you want to contact me on Tuesday, I'll follow up with you. Is that okay?
What are you going to say? Are you going to give me everybody's number? And by the way, completely rude that they said they just walked away after that.
I'll talk to them.
Are you not?
But-
I feel like you're not. I don't mean to be a jackass, but I feel like you're not.
Well,
Are you going to talk to him?
yes, ma'am.
If you don't, just tell me you won't. I won't follow up.
I have no reason to lie to you. Why would I be lying to you?
To try to make me feel better about the situation and tell me that something's going to happen.
No,
and that
hold
you
on one
can be
second.
taken care of,
I'm telling you the truth and trying to make you feel better. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I have no reason to lie to you. I have no reason whatsoever to lie to you. I've told you all the information I know.
You know why the officers that I asked to give me their cards told me that they would and then just ignored me and walked away?
I've been standing right here with you. I'm not a mind reader.
Wait. No. We were on the stairs and I asked them for their cards. And they were right there. and asked me.
Dude, I'm about to punch my fucking microphone. enough with the fucking card. She's got the supervisor's card.
Right.
Clearly, he'll be able to identify these people. Clearly, the radio call will be able to identify who got there.
Sure.
And clearly, they've said 400 times they all don't have cards.
Right.
Because underling cops don't get cards.
Right. And later, and I'm not going to go into it, but later on in the recording, he tells her that we're supervisors, we get cards. The patrol officers usually don't get cards. Yeah. There is a printout, which I will give you, which will show every officer who's responded to this call.
Right.
I'll give you that. You can have everything you ask for. What else do you need?
Yeah, she's just looking to be a fucking problem.
More or less, that's it.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm not going to get into any more of this, but still, this guy has done everything he could possibly do to accommodate her, and it's still not enough.
No. I mean, I'll give her a couple of points for not being the normal fucking cunt that we end up playing. I mean, she is reasonable in her discussion, even though she keeps going back to it over and over and over again.
Sure.
But at least she's not like, you bitches better, that fucking nonsense.
Right.
Shaking her head and snapping her fingers shit. I'll give her that she's, I don't want to say respectful, because she's not really respectful, but she's not a fucking belligerent idiot.
Right.
But, I hate her. I just hate her.
Yep. Well, again, it's this, no matter what information they give her and continue trying to placate her issues, whatever they may be, still not enough.
Well, she's not going to shut up until they say, okay, you're right, we shouldn't have done that.
Right.
And then she'll sue the city.
Exactly.
Fuck you. That's the answer. Fuck you. We're out of here. I get why you didn't say that, but man, oh man, that's why I couldn't be a cop.
Right.
Because I'd be like, fuck you, you stupid twat, and I'd be out of there.
Well, he showed a lot of patience and tried to calm her down and make her feel comfortable and whatnot, and again, she would have no part of that.
You and I have a mutual friend who's a cop.
True.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yes.
The most low-key guy on the planet. Would you agree with that too?
I would agree.
Can you imagine him acting any other way than this with this person?
No, not at all.
And I mean, I'm not saying all cops are good. I certainly would never say that. I mean, there's fucking bad apples in every business. But most of the cops are not trying to fuck with people.
Right.
They're just not.
They just want to get along with their business and be done with it and, move on.
You know what most cops want to do? My friend Josh, who unfortunately was murdered by a fucking piece of shit, being a cop. But you know what he told me once that cops want to do? They want to get through a night without getting in their fucking car.
Yeah.
That's what the overnight guys want to do. They want to go through a night without fucking having to go out. Not getting into their car, but going out to a call.
Right.
That's what they want to do. They don't want to fucking have to go out to go into the danger zone of any sort. It's all a danger zone. A good night for a cop is the night where nothing goes off.
True.
No alarms go off. No fucking, hey, there's a suspicious person, a suspicious car, a suspicious, whatever. Suspicious activity, an alarm, whatever. A great night for a cop is a night where they go into work and they fucking tell war stories, and before they know it, it's fucking 8 o'clock and they go home. Cops are not looking for fucking problems by and large. And once people get that through their fucking head, we can go back to some sort of sanity.
Right.
I hate this chick.
Well, again, it's this pushing and pushing and pushing some kind of an agenda.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is we haven't even played half of it, but this whole dialogue goes on for 47 minutes.
Fuck that.
47 minutes.
These guys should get a fucking medal.
Yeah.
They really should.
And they never lose their cool once. They continue being very calm, trying to explain, trying to, be rational. And she just keeps pushing and pushing and pushing. And, this wouldn't happen. And you had your guns drawn and you had a dog and you didn't ask me this and blah, 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 blah.
Not saying that she deserved a tune-up, but they should have just left.
Right.
Let her be mad.
Well, they did leave. Some of them did leave and didn't give her a card. And all she did was bitch for 10 minutes that, well, those guys left and they didn't give me a card and they just walked away and they just ignored me and they didn't do this and they didn't do that. And, you
listened to all of this?
I did.
Jesus Christ, dude. You are fucking sadistic. Just what'd you play? 10 minutes?
15 minutes of that.
Yeah, and I hate her.
Yeah. And there's still 30 more minutes of this.
No, there's not. Not in my world.
And they still and the guy still continued being very calm, being very placating, trying to be gracious, and she just wouldn't let up.
Bravo to him. He should win. He should get some kind of commendation or something.
Right. All right, well, let's get out of here.
All right.
I want to thank our good friends Don Dokken.
Yep.
Greg Napier from WMMT. Check out his show on Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Time at WMMT.org.
Yeah, and check it out on TuneIn. You can look it up, just WMMT. I personally listen to it on TuneIn, and it is a very good show.
Yeah, so. It's all request. And then our new friend, Jasmine St. Clair.
Yeah.
For being a part of the show, and she will be back regardless if you like the segment or not. It'll iron itself out.
Well, people accused me of being soft with her. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
And that's okay. I thought I was too, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, but she's new to the show. We're not going to hit her with a full barrage right away.
If I come both barrels blazing, she's probably already horrified when I started telling some of my truths. And I'm sure at some level, don't you think that when I started talking about fucking dating in the trailer park, that she was probably like, holy fuck.
Perhaps, but we'll see. She seemed like she liked to come back again, and she's more than welcome.
Yeah, well, we'll get her there. Well, I have a strong feeling that she's the kind that once she gets used to what we do, we can really have some fun.
I agree. When she starts rolling with the punches and whatnot, she'll be right part of it.
Yep, and that's why I did not want to come on like the fucking usual fucking maniac that I am.
Yeah, just like these cops. She doesn't know us.
Yeah. And I didn't want to, and I came up to the door without my gun drawn. This girl liked me.
Yeah, but she'll be back.
She'll be back.
And she'll have fun with us.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, let's get out of here. Let's close out the show with some Macaulay Schenker Group.
All right.
With some Get Down to Business.
That's right.
All right. We will not be here next Saturday. Chris is going out to see Corrosion of Conformity. I will be hanging out with Mr. Don Dokken and our good friend Greg Napier. But we'll be back the following week.
Right. Are we going to do some kind of a... No, we're not doing shit. Just listen if you want to hear best of shit. It'll be playing.
Yeah, we'll be playing some archive show next week. But we're taking the week off for Thanksgiving, so deal with it.
Yeah, and then we'll be back for 2 weeks, and we're taking a couple more weeks off.
Right.
So fuck off.
Right. All right. So we will not be here next Saturday. We will be here 2 weeks, but we will play an archive show. So listen if you want. Don't listen if you don't want to.
That's right. Be out at a show.
But happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your weekend, your long weekend for most people who work.
Yeah. Have fun, folks.
Exactly. All right, let's get out of here. It's Macaulay Schenker Group. Let's get down to business. So this is Neeley along with my very good friend
Riz Egan.
We're gone.
Bye, kids.